Well, look who it is. Look who it is. A tipping god. They say Tom Seagull, price-wise, we suppose, is the king of the tipsters. I think you are. What? Treble up 4 weeks ago, treble up again. Then another treble up, 9 at 9. Just 2 out of 3.
Disappointing weekend.
Just 2 out of 3.
No, in all seriousness, Saturday obviously went really well, and I was like, is this really going to happen?
12.
And then, of course, it got dismantled very quickly in the Merseyside derby.
Yeah.
And you're only as good as your last tip, really, aren't you? So, yeah. So 11 out of 12 feels pretty poor at this stage.
Shocking stuff. But anyway, he's back. The Premier League's top tipster, Nick Watts. And you've got 3 more for us this week.
I have.
And you're kicking off with everyone's favourite club, Chelsea. We just love them.
Indeed. Well, I mean, they've been pretty entertaining this week, haven't they?
There've been many things this week.
In a soap opera kind of way. So we've enjoyed the football side of things at least, and I think the good times are going to continue for them on that basis at least. Obviously, having got that win in midweek in the Capital One Cup. Basically, I was just looking through the coupon, as you do, and was shocked to see them at 4-5 to beat Swansea at the weekend. And I kind of was trying to figure out why this was the case. I guess it's down to Swansea's home record last year. I mean, they kept 14 clean sheets in all home and away last year, which was the 5th best in the league. Mm-hmm. So a lot of it built on the defence. At home, they took points off 4 of the top 6 teams, including Chelsea. I think they drew 1-1. Conceded just 7 goals in the 6 games against the top 6 sides, which I thought was pretty impressive. And just 18 in all at home as well, so less than a goal a game. Yeah. So for me, that's what the basis of these odds are, because this is not the same Swansea side as it was last year. I obviously thought they'd go down at the start of the season, and they obviously started from that fantastically well. I actually think they're edging back, despite their own Capital One Cup performance, back to what I kind of expected, and that's a team that's leaking goals at the back. 8 goals in 5 at the Liberty so far. A totally different side from what we saw last year. No clean sheet in 7 Premier League games. Just a 1 clean sheet at home. And I just don't see a reason why they should be the price that they are, really. I think Chelsea have shown that they can perform away from home. They've won at Spurs, they've won at Arsenal, they've won at Wigan, so they've shown they can be functional as well as winning those big games, and I just don't think they'll be intimidated. Obviously, there's the factoring in of the, they went to extra time, 120 minutes midweek, but I just feel like they'll be on a bit of a high after that, and at 4-5, I think they're a nice little price.
See, I agree with you. I thought they'd go down at the start of the season, but Michael Roudrop is, that good win against Wigan a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. I mean, they beat Liverpool, but Andy can beat Liverpool, couldn't they?
It was Liverpool B, wasn't it? Let's face it. So,
sorry.
Tip 2, we're going for 1 to upset Mark O'Hare. I'm looking at the QPR Reading game, and there's another one that raised my eyebrows, because I looked at QPR odds on and was like, how can they be odds on? They haven't won a game. They've got the worst home record in the league this season. Okay, they were very good at home last season, Mark O'Hare, but this year it just hasn't been working for them. These players are not gelling together, and they keep having sendings off as well, which is an ongoing issue. It seems with a lot of Mark Hughes' team.
181 players sent off since he arrived.
Yeah. Just a strange kind of situation, and for me, despite the fact Reading are in that same situation, they're winless as well. Devastating midweek for them. I was actually at the game, and obviously being an Arsenal fan, 4-0 down, I was thinking, why have I travelled here? This is just embarrassing. Obviously ended up being an astounding game of football, but it's kind of symptomatic of Reading's season. They've been in front an awful lot of times and given away the lead. But I can see them giving QPR a good game. They've done okay in performance-wise. They just haven't really got the results. As I say, QPR, worst home record, actually scored over 70% of their goals away from home. They've actually only scored 7 goals in their 9 games so far, so they're struggling going forward. Mark O'Hare himself always talks about their defence not being up to scratch, and therefore you've got a bit of a problem, haven't you, really? I saw that they also shortened up after that Capital One Cup game, and I just don't think it's really justified. I'm not sure that was the strongest Reading side by any stretch of the imagination, so there'll be players to come back in who are fresher and not been impacted by that. Reading have actually scored more goals, they've conceded less goals, so I can see a 10 to 11 and the double chance being a decent bet here. I mean, I'm actually tempted to go for the 11 to 4 draw because I think that's the most likely result. But, you know, I think I'll play it a little bit safer and go for the 10 to 11 double chance.
Yeah, you're looking at you made some very logical points and you know, pragmatic points there. But I think everyone is just waiting for QPR.
They are, yeah.
And if they don't win this weekend, for me, I think that when's this run going to end? I mean, this is the opportunity. This is the opportunity for Mark Hughes' side to win, and you seem to think they won't do it.
Well, they're just not a team at the moment, and
they are improving.
I think they will gel at some point, but at this stage, they don't deserve to be odds on, which means Reading are too big and backable, in my opinion.
Nice one. And your third and final?
Third and final is Monday night.
Monday night.
It should be a bit of an entertainer, really, because Southampton are involved, and Southampton are the new Blackpool.
Car Crash TV, really.
Yeah, but they're great to watch, like for a neutral, and I've got a soft spot for the club, having gone to university down there, and obviously I quite like Nigel Adkins. He's a nice guy, and I don't want to see him get the sack. You know, I want to see Southampton doing well and playing good attacking football that actually gets some points. Unfortunately, I do fear for them at West Brom, and I mean their defensive struggles continued against Leeds. Another 3 goals conceded. You look at them in the Premier League, they've scored as many goals as Arsenal, but they've conceded 8 more than anybody else in the division.
And more than any other side has at this stage of the season.
It's just absolutely...
26, isn't it?
Yeah, 26 goals. Absolutely astounding, really, to concede that number of goals. But what it does mean is that overs is just such a simple play. It's actually at 8 to 11 again here, and it's such a backable price. It's for such a banker, when you just looking at it. Southampton scored in 7 straight league games, so that they're willing to contribute to goals themselves. As we said, their attacking play is great. They conceded in every game, haven't kept a clean sheet. 100% of their away games have gone over 2.5 goals. 89% overall. It's just, I think it's one game, it was Wigan, and they hit the crossbar and what have you, and it could easily have gone over as well. West Brom, on the other hand, as well, they're going to contribute here in that 60% of their home games have gone over 2.5 goals, and they've scored around sort of 3/4 of their goals at home as well. So, and they've been excellent at home. Obviously lost that game to Man City, but even then gave them a good game. I'd expect West Brom to win, but I definitely think there'll be goals on show. 8 to 11 for over 2.5. It's a banker, an absolute banker.
You make complete sense there. You're informing. Your tipping's been poetic at the moment. A nice link after Southampton. But, rubbish. But your three best bets. 11 of his last 12 have been winners. You're feeling confident again.
I've got to go for another treble, haven't I? Again, I've got to get back on track here, and so I'm going for Chelsea at 4-5 to win at Swansea. I'm playing it safe just to get the treble, but I'm tempted to have a little play on the draw in QPR Reading. But I'm going to go for the double chance Reading 10 to 11, and also that over 2.5 goals play at West Brom Southampton.
Nice one, I like it. Good luck.